Hi guys, it's me, Natalie. Thank you for checking out this new moon video for March 27, 2017. Sorry it's a little late, but I'm actually glad it is because there were some new messages added to it and I just wanted to figure out which cards I'm going to be using. And I did a Celtic cross spread, which is 1, 2, 3. I thought it was 10. It's 10 cards, and I'm using the Druid Animal Oracle deck. This is my new deck. I don't think I've yet to make a video with this deck. So my spiritual messages are March 27th is a universal number 13, which reduces to 4, and 4 means stability, security, using your intuition over material physical matters. And the new moon went into 28th on the eastern hemisphere of the world, like in Europe, so that added up to a 5, so it's like 4 or 5. So it's like we had stability and then there was a change, and that's why I'm glad I'm doing it today on the 30th, because I wrote that we were like having all this inspiration and stuff, but yesterday the 29th, I felt very miserable, and I wasn't the only one. There was a lot of clashing, arguing. So let's just get down to it. I want to start off with a quote by Paulo Coelho. He said she didn't quite know what the relationship was between lunatics and the moon, but it must be a strong one if they used a word like that to describe the insane. Lunatic. Luna is pretty sure it's a Spanish word, Mexican word for Spanish word for the moon. And I love the name Luna. Listen to Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy. It's a beautiful song. It's called Clair de Lune. Another song that my sister just got me so happy about is by Beastie Boys, called Jump Around. And it's like, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. And it took me like forever to get started this video, so let's get started. The past, we have the fox. Okay, we felt isolated, we felt unmotivated, and we kind of felt, I was gonna say alone, but I said isolated. But let's see what the book says about the fox real quick. So the fox is cunning, diplomacy, and wildness. And diplomacy is the number 2. So maybe back in February during the winter time, if you live in the U.S. where it was winter, or on the western hemisphere of the world where it was winter season, and transitioning it now into spring. In the winter time around February, maybe you felt like people were, just playing you like a fiddle. And we're going away from that. We're going away from feeling like hermits, isolating ourselves and everything. So right now, the moon is waxing, and we have the persona of the crane. And see the full moon there? The moon is waxing, which means the white part of the moon gets brighter. I'm just saying for those that don't quite know. This is a beautiful card, as you can tell. Reminds me of spring that we are in right now. And it reminds me of meditating and taking care of yourself and just feeling beautiful in your own skin. So let's see what the book says about the crane. The book says, it says a lot. It's a big book, but I'm just going to give the keywords. So the crane is secret knowledge. I'm glad I checked this out because I wasn't going to. This is our present, okay? So when you watch this, this is the present moment. Secret knowledge, patience, longevity. So that has to do with hidden blessings. That has to do with claircognizance, which is a knowingness. It has to do with gifts from God and our miracles happening after this full moon. And that's what I wrote. I wrote that our. Where's the other one? I wrote that there's going to be mixed blessings. Take the good with the bad. I finally am now getting the motivation, inspiration, and personal power that I I thought that the new moon was gonna give. It just took a second. This new moon is very recharged by the sun at 7 degrees in Aries. We are in the zodiac sign of Aries. The number 7 at 7 degrees is the psychic number, the spirituality number, the intuitive intuition number. So it really talks about like what are your belief systems and how do you trust your intuition? Well, as a psychic medium, as a spiritual counselor, I am highly intuitive, but sometimes there's that ego, that inner demon that I'm like, is it them that's saying the negative thing? And that's true. If it's a negative thing, then it's usually your ego. If you're worried, it's your ego. Your ego isn't all bad. You need your ego for fight or flight situations. You need your ego for for standing your ground and everything. But the negative side of your ego is like the inner demon in us, and that goes into the owl, the subconscious card. The owl, I love owls. I collect owls. I have an owl ring on. Owl stands for wisdom. This is our subconscious. So our subconscious really has to do with the Venus that's in retrograde, but it doesn't feel like Venus is in retrograde anymore to me. I talk with Aphrodite spiritually in my mind often. I saw her white orb outside when Venus first went retrograde, and she Venus conjuncted the new moon. Yeah, let me make sure that's right. Yes, the new moon was conjuncted by the Venus retrograde. And Venus gets out of retrograde on April 15th of 2017. I added that universal date up and it added up to the master number 11, which is the light worker number. It's the special true life purpose mission number. Look up angel number 11. It has to do with the matrix system, the 3D reality that we live in. It has to do with 11 is it also has to do with the number 2, which is duality that we talked about. The new moon kicks off the actual real new year. Our real new year doesn't start until March 21st, which is the zodiac sign of Aries, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the baby of the zodiac, even though it's known as the warrior of the zodiac. I think the true warrior of the zodiac is Cancer, because Cancer's at the bottom of the zodiac, and the bottom of the zodiac is like the abyss, the underworld, fears. So they are pretty good with conquering fears. And they live with higher states of consciousness and subconsciously if they are going through an enlightenment process. I am a Cancer too, by the way. We are coming from a low point in our lives to a better future, is what I wrote. Uh, we were feeling low energy, high highs and low lows. Like I was saying, it's like a roller coaster on top of a tidal wave, and then it's like a fun roller coaster on top of like a small wave. It was especially back in Aquarius and Pisces time, it was drastic. And it was drastic because we were healing from 2016, which was a universal number 9, which was endings. And I know some of you know that 2016 wasn't all best, but we learned a lot of lessons. Our faith in the past was low because we felt like nobody really cared about us or supported us or gave us much recognition. So I'm picking up suicidal thoughts. I'm picking up depression. Um, but we're moving away from that, and we're starting to see the better side of things, and that's the hidden blessing. It's not a material thing. It's a it's an internal thing. It's an internal thing where we are healing our heart chakra, and because a lot of our hearts are blackened. And let's do it right now. Hold your heart. Archangel Samuel, please help us heal our darkened hearts to a red pink rose that will blossom with true love and true love, intention, true positivity, love and light, abundance, and start with ourselves and heal any lower energies. And then with your pink aura, we will take it inside and we will spread it to humanity. Amen. So I wrote in capital letters that karma is here. Do your good deeds, especially starting with gratitude and praying for humanity, the world, and our universe. So, thank you, Heavenly Divine, for giving us our blessings. And we pray that we in this world get inner peace, love, and light so we can send it out to others. Okay, so our subconscious is the owl, which is wisdom. We are very knowledgeable. Our challenge is the fire dragon. This is the Aries energy I'm talking about, which is aggressive, which is conflictual, and we have to bite our tongue sometimes at work and especially in romantic relationships. So that's our challenge. So how can we fix that? The advice is to use water energy, the salmon. The water energy is compassionate. I'm not saying that the fire signs aren't compassionate. I'm saying that when you feel the negative fire energy, use the positive water compassionate energy. So, okay, that's probably difficult for you to figure out how to transmute. So what I'm saying is, when you're feeling pissed off, instead of lashing out and fighting back with others, go into your quiet space. Close your eyes. People always say count to 10. Yeah, that's very much true. Count to 10. Visualize the most happiest place like heaven, utopia, and imagine that that is your reality. That is what is actually happening. It's just that some negative person, thing, or situation just happened to happen. And just know that you're in God's divine plan, especially if you're seeing the same numbers, the same animals. Like I've been seeing these baby ants, and I read what they mean, and when I first went through spiritual awakening, I used to look up all the animal totem symbolism, and the ant spiritual message is to keep trying, don't give up. And it's like that Aaliyah song. Um, I love Aaliyah, but I'm trying to sing it the best I can. It's like first you fall down, you get up again, get up again, and R.I.P. Rest in peace, Aaliyah too. And there's the full moon in this. So there's it's weird. We got a night full moon and a day full moon. So that's why I said take the good with the bad, light and dark. Okay? As a light worker, I very much do dark work too, which is etherical spiritual warfare. I don't do it often because that's not really my purpose. That's somebody I know who's into that. What I mean by that is killing demons through meditation in your mind's eye. And maybe I don't have the heart for it. I'm a Cancer. I'm really sensitive, but I've done it, and maybe I haven't gone back to it because the last time I did it, it was talked about on a conspiracy forum, and I'm like, what did I do? Well, I know what I did, but it was just like maybe I should hold the reins a little bit. So, Swan is our goals. Hello, how are you? Swan is our goals, is our conscious reality. Swan is very much true love and beauty, love for humanity, love for spirituality, love for our universe, for our world, for ourselves. And this is a very beautiful card, and it's just like the crane card. So, and our immediate future is the horse, but this reminds me this isn't no regular horse. This is more like a Pegasus, and all these cards look very similar. And today is March 30th, 2017, so that's 331. So that's 7. Wow, I just said 7 degrees Aries, the new moon was in, is the psychic intuition spirituality number. And this reminds me of the sun card in the tarot, and except this one is the moon. So the funny thing is, remember I think I said the sun is really recharging that new moon that we just had, that dark new moon. Okay, so it's recharging our lower chakras, which is our heart chakra, our heart chakra, our sacral chakra, our solar plexus chakra, and our root chakra. The root chakra is our foundation, and we really need to work on that. It's the color red. I want you guys to wear some red or yellow or orange or green. And if you're having trouble communicating because we're about to come into a Mercury retrograde, wear blue. So let's move on. Speaking of blue, the advice is salmon. Um, Salmon is representative of messages. So the advice is to give positive messages. The advice is to do positive affirmations. This is about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is about your vibration. If your vibration is positive, what I mean by vibration is the energy you feel inside your body. If it's positive, then it will. I'm having a poor connection, but I'm just gonna keep on trucking. If your if your vibration is positive, then the universe will send you positive things, and it'll send you your prayers that are positive. If you're praying during a negative time, you're not going to get the same outcome. Heavenly Spirit and divine is going to send you something that might be better off than what you're praying for. Okay? So try and stay positive as best as you can. If you're in a negative stance like I was yesterday, get in solitude. Go back to what when we were in solitude, like the hermit, and meditate and deep breathe until you feel at peace, which is our immediate future. At For the rest of this day, we should have a pretty good day for March 30th. So our external environment is illusions. It's the eagle. The reason why I'm calling this illusions is because, like, okay, look at it from back here. It looks like a bird, but can you tell what kind of bird it is? For the longest time, I was like, where is the head of the eagle? But if you look closer, there's the head. But it still takes a long time to find it, right? So this reality we live in is not real. It's an illusion. It's a projected image from our higher self. Our higher self is our divine soul in the universe that very much plays our physical vessel. We have two souls, so we have a physical vessel soul, and we have a higher soul that knows what's best for us, that works with the divine, and we work with the divine too. It's just our physical vessel soul is here with us in our physical body to play a character. That's why we always have different um, styles, trends, and we change up a lot. We we get moody because we are a character. Seriously, we are in a matrix system. Watch the movie Matrix. Um, if you want to find out more, email me about that. Um, so, our hopes and fears is the Raven. We hope to access psychic intuitive ability that is for our highest good, but our fear is that it'll be negative. We fear the demons, the unknown, the dark side. I feel like I'm talking about Star Wars. No, I'm not talking about Star Wars. This is very much real. Um, the raven is a psychic uh, animal, and its symbolism is psychic. But yeah, they are psychic. All these animals are psychic. They're all intuitive. That's why they talk about animal instincts. Instincts is your intuition. So we fear that, you know, what if there's people doing black magic? Because um, the raven, I read something about it was either the raven or the crow. I think it was the raven. Apollo, I think it was a Greek god. He's a god, and he got some bad news from a raven. The raven used to be white, but he got some bad news, and he ended up transforming the raven to be black. because of the negative news. And so that's why people look at the ravens as being negative, and especially because they eat, um, they're carnivore carnivores. I was like gonna say carnivorous. I don't know, but they eat flesh. And when we think of ravens, we think of that's not cool. And a lot of people think mediums. Oh, that's not cool. That's not in Christ's order, and it is because Christ was Jesus, whatever he wants to be called. Um, the Lord is very much like the raven, and he was like alchemist, magician, psychic. He could move matter, walk on water. How could you guys? Not you guys. How could people say that they don't understand how you can be a medium or a psychic if you go to church or you believe in the Holy Trinity? Because Thoth, who was the Egyptian god before, who was the lifetime before Jesus, Buddha, they all had alchemical gifts, and they were psychic, and they could do telekinesis and telepathy. Like they could, Jesus turned water into wine. He could walk on water. They could just master this world, and that's the gifts that we all got suppressed. So it's really time to wake up and harness these gifts. And I just started about I've been a empath my whole life, but I just started the enlightenment process back in 2014. So it's only gotten more and more enhanced, and you will experience physical symptoms, etc. And you can email me about that too. So the outcome is the Hulk. It's beautiful. I know you see in the background the fire dragon energy, but that's smoke signals. It's really us asking the universe for help. The Hulk is beautiful. There's that blue Mercury energy, throat chakra energy, and that's why I'm wearing this blue peacock. I love peacocks, I love elephants, and I love owls. And the Hulk is our outcome. It's a beautiful car, but what's in the background? The background looks like the eagle. So it looks like the illusion is around us, like I said. And let's see what the Hawk means. The Hawk means nobility, okay? Recollection and cleansing. And that's crazy because that's like what I've been going through is cleansing and enlightening myself and meditating. And the raven is healing, initiation, and protection. So we probably fear the initiation process of enlightenment because it's it's definitely a process where you go through hell to get through heaven. It's no longer a process where ignorance is bliss. It's a hermit process, which we all been starting, whether we wanted to or not, because we're going through ascension, which ascension is the earth having a more positive vibration than it once did. We are moving out of the dark and moving towards the light and love of heavenly divine, to the Lord of all lords, the Heavenly Father. And sorry for the noise, I'm about to end the reading, but we are coming into better times as this season changed. And I want you to know that this is actually setting the stage for 1, 2, 3 retrogrades. Mercury, Saturn's a big one, and Pluto. Pluto's been in Capricorn for like 4 years, or it's been in, I don't know, but it's gonna be in Capricorn for 4 years. So, Capricorns, you've probably been dealing with a lot of issues, drama, heartbreak. So, when Mercury goes retrograde on April 9th, it will be in Taurus. Be very practical about finding solutions, budget your money. Mercury's gone retrograde 4 times this year in 2017, and this year begins a 9 year cycle, because we are in the universal year of one. So we've pressed the reset button. I've said that in a few videos. The good things about Mercury retrograde, it's not going to be that bad as long as you take the good with the bad, like I said. The good thing about the Mercury retrograde in April is that we're going to meet new people, and we're going to have new situations that is more of our is more like-minded, is more on our level. Saturn is going retrograde on May 5th, 2017. That also adds up to 11. And there's a lot of 11 influence from this new moon. So that's a master number, like I said. Please look it up. I look up angel number 11 in Google. Pluto's going retrograde on April 20th, and that's the number 7. Also, look up the number 7. Like I said, it's the psychic number, and that'll be in Capricorn. And it won't be direct until 5 months in September, which is when the solar eclipse is gonna be occurring. So Pluto retrograde, that is actually, take the good with the bad. I'm picking up as a good thing because it's ruled by Hades. It's about transformation. It's about the number 9. It's about endings. It's like the underworld, the abyss, or hell, or the unknown. But Pluto in retrograde means it looks like it's going backwards, but it's not. So if you think about Hades, um, going backwards, I see that as a good thing. It's kind of like Hades is like, taking a life review. So I think that would be a good thing, in my opinion. And that's really all I have to say about this new moon. Let me make sure. Yeah, just remember that karma is here, and instant manifestations are definitely possible now. So maintain a positive attitude. And the positive affirmation for this new moon is, I am a loving child of God, and I want to give my light and love to humanity, as long as I start with myself first. Okay, and with that, I'm out. I love you. God bless. Email me anytime. Bye.